We're gonna try and grab the large softshell turtle, probably the world's fastest turtle species. What's going on, everyone? Kenan here, and today we've got a little experiment. Well, not really an experiment. What we're gonna do is we gotta catch a turtle out of the big pond, and we're gonna bring that turtle into the rec pond, the Aquascape pond, so that we can film it, because I think you guys are really gonna appreciate this aquatic wonder. We're gonna try and grab the large softshell turtle that is residing in here, but first I gotta throw some food out. Yeah, so we're gonna grab this turtle. This is the Florida. You hear my accent come out there, a little New York accent? It's the Florida softshell turtle. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab it right now, all right? All right, cool, there you go. Little roots for you. Let me get you guys set up. And we got both cameras are cooking here. So as you guys know, I have a lot of different turtle species in this pond. We've got the Hiosemis grandis, we've got all kinds of cool turtles. But what I really want to do is get in a good position to grab her. So again, we're just waiting for her to get closer, and she's coming closer right now. Here she is, guys. Let her just get more and more comfortable, and then I'll just grab her and pick her on up, and we'll bring her on into the recreation pond. So she was actually brought to me by Bush Wildlife, my friend Ed. You may remember he fell when putting her into the pond. I forgot exactly why they brought her here, but she was definitely in trouble and needed a safe place. So of course, we got her here at Kamp Kenan, and she's gonna be hanging out and doing just fine. Oh, look at her, look at her. Come closer, dear. Just a little bit closer. Oh yeah, she's attracted to the movement of the pond water, of the pellets hitting the pond water. You see how I'm trying to sneak? Such a sneaky guy. I'm actually sweating this capture because it's not easy to capture these things. And if I miss, I'm gonna ruin the whole video. I think she knows something's up. Let's give her some more food. She's right here. Right there. Oh, she's right in front of me. Come on. Come on, turtle. She's still floating around. Meanwhile, the grandis don't care. I'm over here. All right, here she comes. We got to make this happen, people. It's so funny. She knows I'm onto her. She knows I'm looking at her. It's so hysterical. They're smarter than you think. Oh, we almost lost her. Ha! We almost lost her. Oh my gosh. Woo, we got her. We got her. And look at that gaping maw. Woo! Okay, I gotta try and get her into the pond. And then what we'll do is we're gonna film her. I'll run back and get the other camera. Oh my gosh, that was a close one. I thought I lost you, little lady. All right, so they got a hard beak inside this mouth, and they can really mess you up if they wanted. We don't want her to mess me up, and they got a long neck. They could also get me. So let me go ahead, get her in here. Go on. Oh, whoo, okay. We got her. Yes. Let me go get the other GoPro. I'll get my mask on, and we are gonna do a swimming with. Okay, I'm ready to go. Let's go find her, okay? It's always fun to get in the pond, and it's even more fun to try and find a turtle that I put in it. And surprisingly, this girl, well, she's pretty good at hiding. So I checked the usual spots, like underneath this cave we built. She's not there. But if I had my guess, yep, she'd be over by the weeds. And that's exactly where I found her. And what an amazing animal to find. Look at how graceful she looks, just hanging out, exploring the recreation pond. Now, Florida softshells are found in the southeastern United States from South Carolina west to Mobile, Alabama, and then down through Peninsula, Florida. And as I mentioned, their name means soft but ferocious. Now, underneath those fleshy lips is a very sharp beak. But in the water, much like common snapping turtles, they feel very secure, and they are very rarely aggressive. This animal here is just extremely curious of her new surroundings. I was really impressed how she would come towards me and not shy away from me. Just a very cool animal. And as you can see, she's quite a good size. The females are going to be much larger than the males. Males will top out at probably about a foot in length, whereas the females can get up to 40 pounds. I've seen some massive female softshells. I love how effortlessly she moves through the water. And you see that pancake-like shell? Basically, this is an ambush predator and a scavenger. What they'll do is they'll bury themselves in the muddy or sandy bottom with just their snorkely nose and eyes protruding from the sand. If a school of fish pops by, wham, they nail it. They also like to bask in that substrate if they're in shallow water. So what they can do is just remain hidden in shallow water, but that neck they possess is extremely long. So they can just reach right up, get a breath with that snorkely nose, and then get right back to hiding out waiting for something. Very rarely will they chase down prey, but they do have that long neck, and they can fake a fish out if the fish doesn't realize that that mouth is attached to an extremely long neck. So watch out, fish. Females in Florida will lay eggs between May and June, and in the north, usually June and July, in the northern part of their range, they can lay anywhere from 18 to 30 eggs, and they'll be a brittle shell and completely ping-pong ball-y, so they're completely round. The babies hatch in about 50 to 80 days, and well, they disperse, and they're very beautiful. If you guys remember, we found one of her babies, actually, in the pond earlier this season, and they have really pretty reticulated yellow lines that help them blend into the aquatic vegetation. As you can imagine, a small turtle is vulnerable as it is, but can you imagine how vulnerable and tasty a tiny little softshell turtle could be? It's really incredible. Now, they're softshell turtles because they're covered with this leathery skin that goes over their bone, and the edges of the shell are actually quite pliable. You can see that design. If this animal wanted, it is capable of incredible bursts of speed. But right now, I think she's more impressed with the pond and trying to figure out, how did I get here, and what am I going to do next? I love it. Great paddles as well. Just really nice strokes. It's really cool to share space with animals like this in this Aquascape ecosystem, because this is my dream of being able to record and film these beautiful animals in as natural an environment as possible so we can educate each other. That is my favorite thing about the channel, being able to show you how magnificent these animals truly are when they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Now, although they're a highly aquatic animal, here in South Florida you can see them crossing roads from time to time looking for new habitat or nesting sites. Unfortunately, as you can imagine, these animals get hit very often. Another threat to their existence is the fact that these animals grow large. Because they grow large, they are coveted from the Asian food trade. Many of these animals are fished out of our waters and sent to Asia where they become soup. This is something that I understand people eat, but not in the numbers. They just can't sustain a commercial harvest taking these animals from the wild. I moved to Florida in 2004, and I saw many of these animals in the canal systems. Nowadays, it's a little bit harder to find them. So it's definitely taking a toll. In fact, many of our freshwater turtles, their populations are certainly under threat because they are being fished out. Woo! Oh, all right. Wow. I gotta tell you, that was my favorite swimming with ever. What a graceful animal. All right, everyone. That was amazing. I'm gonna go ahead, get her back in the main pond, and just an amazing experience. So graceful under the water, so well suited for an aquatic lifestyle. Beautiful strokes. I love her. We gotta come up with a cool name for her. So why don't you guys help me out with that? All right. I'll be seeing you again on another episode of Kamp Kenan. Hope you enjoyed this one. I really did. Definitely one of my favorites. See you soon. Oh, that's okay.